Hi everybody, Puffin here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of Puffin's Pothead Passages. I just smoked my first bowl of the morning after waking up and taking the dogs out, and I saw my little Bible on the table and was reminded, I'll do another verse. Probably also from the Gospels, because that's what I'm more familiar with. I'm just going to turn to something randomly in the beginning of the book and do a response. So, thanks for watching, and here we go. We got Matthew chapter 16. Let's start at the beginning. So I turned it pretty close to the beginning. The Pharisees also with the Sadducees. Last time we did this, we got a verse addressing the Pharisees. Now we got the Pharisees and the Sadducees. The Pharisees last time reminded me of the Trumpers, complaining about being deplatformed and censored for their Nazi views, which they should be. Those types of views should be censored. They're not free speech. Anyway, here we go. Chapter 16. The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came, and tempting desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven. I wonder if this is before or after the devil has tempted Jesus, or if the devil does that in Matthew. So they want a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. I guess that's a type of sign. If it's, red skies in the evening, sailors are pleasing or something. I forget how it goes. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. So depending on when the sky is red, it lets you know. If it's in the night, it lets you know the weather's going to be good. If it's in the morning, it lets you know it's going to be bad. For the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? So he's kind of saying you should be able to tell by looking. You should be able to tell by your own perception that what I'm saying is true. Or I don't know exactly what they're questioning. Maybe we should go back a little bit. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign. I feel like I've heard that before. And there shall be no sign given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. And he left them and departed. I don't know what the sign of the prophet Jonas is. Jonas seems like the guy who got swallowed by a whale and had various hardships happen to him. So it's like a sign. Is he saying that the signs that people who don't believe receive will just be punishments, will be, bad signs to remind them, hey, you're on the wrong course. And in the context of what I've been talking about, we've been on the wrong course for some time. I've opened up the Church of Judas, which is prophesied by Jesus 2,000 years ago to replace all the other churches. And I was kind of waiting for somebody else to do it, and then realized, wait, I might as well do it. So that's a thing. And the thing about it is it turns everything inside out, because of course, plenty of people have the idea of Judas being some type of traitor, or not not fitting to be a disciple, to be replaced by another disciple. When, as it turns out, Judas is the only one fitting to be a disciple, the only one whose church will ultimately last, because the other ones will all be replaced by the Church of Judas. And I think it's interesting that Jesus put this little trick in there, because Jesus can be kind of tricky. And he said, no one's going to know about this for eons. Who knows how long he's described, but it turned out to be 2,000 years before anybody knew about it. And so that part came true. And it just seems like the rest of it's poised to come true as well. And the big secret to me was that Judas was supposedly seeking a military solution, or had faith in a military. And these churches have been part of governments, or supported governments and supported militaries all along. So the churches that exist have made that mistake. And the church that will emerge will correct that mistake by removing militaries. So how does that apply to Jesus telling the Pharisees and Sadducees that they won't get a sign? They won't get the good sign that they want. They'll only get bad signs. It's like, well, you believe in a military, you're only going to get bad things continuing to happen to you. And it's not just like, God's punishing you for this. It's kind of your own fate and karma, the consequences of your own actions. You've been so focused on, look at it like a video game where you choose a development tree, a development path. And humanity has chosen the development of war, oil, on and on, like keeping the oil economy alive to perpetuate a war economy, which is all just outdated. Like that stuff should have gone out with the dinosaurs or whatever, at least last century. And these people have kept it alive and perpetuated it long past its usefulness or its appropriate time. So there's this other development tree of solar and kind of more egalitarian society where everybody's got what they need provided more locally. Just as the difference between the solar power grid and a gas-powered power grid, it exists. The solar power grid has more localized stuff. It relies on more batteries, etc. It's just an analogy for spiritually how we have to do this. We have to get over the old fuel and into the new fuel. The new fuel is the sun, not this, regurgitated stuff from the earth, but the sun. And that's, it's no accident that that's a homonym for the Son of God, light, reason, love, Jesus. So when we have the obvious signs, hey, it's time to switch to green energy, it's time to do these things, we're going to keep getting bad signs. Earthquakes, storms, hurricanes, bigger hurricanes, worse hurricanes, bigger cold fronts, on and on. More crossover, more confusion between the seasons. We've created those signs. It's not like there's another intelligence that has to decide which one we get. These are the results of our actions. Now, if we start having, just like the pandemic shut everything down and the air cleared up, putting less pollution in the air made the air better. Like we've already benefited from that to a great extent. We don't need to go right back to rushing around in cars as soon as we can. Even if we cure the pandemic in a month, let's say it's all cured up by April, which is very hopeful, but let's just say, not even possible probably, but let's just say that that's the case in the USA. Should we then April, May be rushing back to work? Or could we use the time that everybody's already off the roads, or most people are already off the roads, that there's less going on, and hopefully use a system that's distributing goods to people so they don't have to go out and get them as much as they used to. More efficient, less cars on the road. Should we use that time period to go ahead and fix some of these roads, to do some of these big projects, fix these bridges and stuff, repave the roads with some type of solar panels? There's stuff we can be doing that when it's time to redo everything now, we can be doing great. So this verse reminds me of that there are signs, there's obvious signs about what to do and how to do it. And when we follow those signs, we'll have obvious results from being that way. And there's obvious signs and consequences from doing bad. And as long as we continue to follow that, we'll be given these bad signs. So thanks for listening. I feel like I've gone a long time on this, so I always want to do more. I'll just do another one, or maybe do another one tomorrow, but maybe I'll go ahead and do another one right now. But close this one so it doesn't seem an intimidating amount of time to watch. Thanks for watching and sticking with me, and I hope you have a great day. And whenever I can't stop, I think I must say something else. Jesus bless you. Goddess bless you. Lady Gaga bless you. Judas bless you. And talk to you soon. I'll bless you too.